and welcome to Saturday Science. I'm your host, Miss Julie, and this is
Tristan.
All right, and Tristan, honey, do you know what we're talking about today?
Growing shrinking eggs.
Growing shrinking eggs?
Good.
That sounds really cool. Do you know what those are?
Where it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
Do you know how?
No.
So what we're gonna do is we have taken 4 eggs, 2 chicken and 2 quail eggs, and we have soaked them overnight in vinegar, just like we did for our bouncy eggs or our rubber eggs. Now, yeah, I'm just gonna pull them out. Check this out. Boom.
Blech.
We've got that dissolved shell.
Oh,
Here's our bouncy quail egg. Ready? Boing.
Bouncing them in container.
You wanna touch it? Tristan, touch the egg. Touch it.
Blech.
Yeah! Touch the egg. It's science. Touch it.
Ow.
Grab the next container for me then.
Ow.
Boing. All right. Now, Tristan, what do you notice about those quail eggs?
Because they're bouncy.
They are bouncy. What else about them? What else do you notice about them?
If there's 2, I'll separate them into 2 groups. Yep.
If there's 2, you'll separate them into 2 groups?
Yep. Like one.
All
2
right,
are
all right.
over here. Let's get 2 right here. And 2
All right. Here's a chicken egg.
Blech. Organic.
Yep, these are the organic ones. You're right.
There's no room for the normal ones.
Yep. Well, we had extra organic eggs from our last experiment, so we decided to use the organic eggs.
Mama,
Yes, sweetie.
can we put water in these?
That's actually one of the things we're going to do.
Put water in these and let them grow.
So we're going to
Only in
use...
these 2.
So we're going to use the...
Here we go.
Yep, here, we're going to put that in. Oh, you know what we got to do? We got to measure these, Tristan. Because I measured them before we started this experiment. Yeah, that's right. What are you using to measure?
Measuring thingy.
A measuring thingy, also called a ruler. So what we're going to do, let's take these eggs and we are going to record our values. So we already have our control, and that's the number that I took before our experiment started. We're going to see if there's a size difference.
7, 8,
But Tristan, honey, I have a question for you.
14, 15, 16,
Tristan, so we have inches and we have centimeters. Should we use inches or centimeters for our experiment? Which one do you think is more accurate?
centimeters.
The centimeters, very good. So let's turn this over and do centimeters.
Can I hold that thing?
Well, you're gonna help me count these centimeters, okay? So we're gonna set this right next to our egg, and then you gotta come right to here.
Oh,
How many centimeters is that?
5.
And a half.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.5 centimeters, or
1, 2.
2 1/8 inch. All right, there's our first one measured. Let's get our second one measured.
I want to have these quail.
We'll measure those in a second. Please set them down so they don't break.
I want to measure one.
So our second egg looks like it's also 2 1/8 inches. And then let's do the centimeters. Are you gonna help me count the centimeters? Set the quail down. All right, how many centimeters? It goes to here.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5.5 centimeters again. Look at that.
Now for a quail egg.
Now for the quail egg.
Okay.
Now, the little jars that we're using for this happen to be old yogurt containers and a little tiny mason jar that I had. You guys can use any kind of a clear container that you have, but the big trick is once you have these eggs soaking in the water and the cornstarch, or the corn syrup I should say, you want to make sure that they don't get bumped. Which means they need to be out of the reach of little hands. All right, Tristan, come count. How many centimeters is this egg?
1, 2, 3.
Very good.
3 inches long.
3 centimeters long, and it's about
1
1 1/4 inch in length. Boing. I love these quail eggs. They bounce so well.
I want to test it.
Oh, and we did find out, after a little bit more research, we did discover that quail and duck eggs have much thicker membranes than chicken eggs. Which means that's why they bounce so well. All right, we got another 1 1/8, almost 1 1/4 inches, and
1, 2, 3.
3 centimeters. Very good. All right, there we go. Boing. So now to do this experiment to see the growing and the shrinking, what you need to do is have your 4 little containers. We're gonna put water in 2 of them and corn syrup in 2 of them.
Let's put corn syrup in these two.
No, no, no.
Or water in these
It's gonna be corn syrup or water, corn syrup or water. 1 quail, 1 chicken egg.
1 quail, 1 chicken egg, water.
Which ones are water?
This one and this one are water.
Okay,
And these two are
corn syrup. All right, so pour corn syrup until it's covered. Squishy.
it's smooth. I want to do that with a lot egg too.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Woo. Give it a good rush.
Oh. Oh, there's a bubble. That's kind of fun, actually. All right, well that works out. This is quite interesting. So we have this corn syrup from making scotcheroos, and we are just gonna use the last little bit of it to see what happens to our eggs. So this is another osmosis experiment. Tristan, what was that word? Osmosis, very good. Can you say osmosis to the camera?
Osmosis. I'm touching one of the eggs.
You are touching one of the eggs. Tristan, let's make an observation. Are these eggs sinking or floating?
Floating. I want to make one sink.
They're floating. But Tristan, here's the thing. Do you know why they won't sink in the corn syrup? Oh, don't wipe it on your pants.
Why?
Because the corn syrup is denser than the egg.
Oh.
Yeah, which means it can help, very broad description, it can help to make things float. Did you know that you float better in salt water than you do in fresh water? So if we took you to the ocean, you would float better than you do at the pool at swim school. That's right, just like that. All right, so we've got our corn syrup. Are you ready for the water?
No.
Are you gonna help me pour?
No, you pour.
I'm gonna pour. You can help me.
Pour it.
There we go.
It's sunk.
Yeah, let's make another observation. Have these eggs sunk or
Sunk.
they did sink? So again, that's a really good observation.
Let's give this thing more water.
No, it doesn't need more water. It's fine. It's fully covered. It's fully covered. It's fully covered. I'm gonna water you in a second. So, all right, so we've got these observations. Now, Tristan, looking at these ones, which liquid is more dense?
That one.
What's this one again? Is that water or corn syrup?
Corn syrup densest.
That's right, corn syrup is denser. Very good. And is the water less dense?
Nope.
Yeah. It's less dense, not more dense.
Means it's not.
It's not going to make the egg float as well. Are you having fun poking the eggs? But what we're going to do, let's stop poking it. Let's let it do its thing.
I want to let.
Tristan, look next to it. You're going to notice there's a small ring around this. Something's happening. But let's let these eggs sit without anybody touching them for 2 hours. We're going to come back in 2 hours and we're going to check these eggs and see exactly what's going on. Because we're going to make a hypothesis. Are you ready? Which egg do you think is going to get bigger?
Maybe that one.
You think the water one's going to get bigger?
Yeah.
I think that the corn syrup one is going to get bigger.
Nope.
You think the water is going to get bigger? Well, we now have 2 hypotheses to test. And Tristan, what's a hypothesis?
It's an idea. idea you can test.
It's an idea you can test. Exactly. So, we'll be back in 2 hours. Sound good?
Okay.
Alrighty. So, we are almost 3 hours later. I know I said 2, but bedtime. So, we are going to make some observations, Tristan.
Can I take this?
Which first observe. Is this in the water or the corn syrup?
The corn syrup.
And is this one in the water or the corn syrup?
Corn syrup.
And is this one in the water or the corn syrup?
Water.
And is this in the water or the corn syrup?
Water.
Okay, so let's take the ones out of the water first. And let's take a look at them.
Ooh, looks quite squishy.
It does look quite squishy. You want to poke it?
Pokey, poke.
Not too hard. Good job.
Oh, squishy. Boing, boing, boing.
Boing, boing, boing. All right. And then the chicken egg. So you have the quail and the chicken egg. Tristan, do these look bigger or smaller than before?
Bigger.
They look bigger?
This one looks smaller.
That one, well, that was a quail egg. It was smaller to begin with. So let's take a measurement and find out. So we'll look in those inches.
It's only one thing tall.
That's bigger than it was.
One, but not close to.
It's almost 1 1/4 inches in length. So that grew by like 1/8 of an inch. So with our, let's look at our,
2 inches long.
no, these are centimeters. How many?
1, 2, 3.
3 and a smidge for centimeters. That worked out well. You want to bounce?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, good, it did.
Oh. I want to bounce that.
We'll bounce it in a minute. Let's
See that?
look at the chicken egg. Let's look at the chicken egg. Let's do our sciencey stuff and then we'll play. So Tristan, what are we at? How many centimeters?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Almost 6.
6.
Wow, that's quite impressive. That's really kind of cool. I like this.
1, 2.
2 and 1/8 of an inch.
Okay. Now can we play?
Does this one bounce? Oh, barely.
Can we now play with the eggs?
Do you want to see the other eggs?
I want to see what this egg.
All right, let's look at the, do you want to look at the quail egg or the other chicken egg? Let's do the other chicken egg. Oh, that's weird.
The syrup.
Yeah, the chicken egg in the syrup.
Crack.
Oh, Lord. This is going to make a mess.
That thing is all goo.
It's super, super gooey. Oh, man alive.
Let's go.
Now, we can even see, Tristan, these side by side. Can you tell a difference?
Oh no, that's tiger. Oh, that's fire.
Wait. Hold on, no. With the size. Look at the size. Which one? Are they the same size?
No, that one's smaller.
That one's smaller?
That one's bigger.
That one's bigger. Good observation, sweetheart. All right, so why don't we, let's measure this.
2 inches long. Great.
Yeah, that's 2, that one's 2 1/8 in inches. And
4 fingers long.
5.5 centimeters. So, I mean, that one's a little bit smaller than what it was.
Can I have it?
No, not yet. Wait, my child, wait, my child. Do you want to scoop this one out?
Okay. I hope that.
Oh, it's just slimy. Loink. All right, that quail egg did not bounce at all. Tristan, why do you think that quail egg didn't bounce?
Because it took too long to get all soaked.
But let's look at the quail egg side by side.
Oh no, one of them is shorter.
Yeah, one of them's shorter and squishier, and the other one is nice and bouncy. Nope. You're trying so hard, and I love it. You're trying so hard. Let's measure it. Let's finish our observations.
Let's finish your
Hey,
hair.
get that out my hair, you goofball. All right, so we got, this one is, looks like just shy of 3 centimeters in length. You all right, baby?
And one somewhere.
That's an inch.
Maybe that's 0 course on
1 1/8 inch in length. So, what are the biggest differences that we notice, Tristan?
Oh no. Beep beep.
What are the biggest differences that we notice?
This one's bigger, this one's smaller.
Well, wait. So these are the ones that soaked in water. Do these look like, do they look like normal eggs?
No, they look differently.
How do they look different? They're
All...
just bigger? They've gotten a little bit bigger?
Ooh, can I?
Honey, if you squeeze it on my lap, no. What happened to this egg? Do these 2 eggs look the same?
No.
What happened to this egg? What happened to this egg?
I'm trying to tell you that it's wrong.
Oh, it shrunk. Okay. So the hypothesis.
One grew, one shrunk.
That's right. So which one, was it the water or the corn syrup that helped them to grow?
Water.
And was it the water or the corn syrup that helped them shrink?
Corn syrup.
That's right. Do you know why?
No, why?
Do you remember the word osmosis? It's osmosis again. It's on osmosis. So, Tristan, what happened? Is there water inside the egg? Is there water in the egg? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And was there water in the corn syrup?
Yes.
There is now.
Because the corn syrup turned into water.
No, it didn't turn into water. What happened was the water from inside the egg came outside of the egg. Crazy, right? So the water that was inside the egg came outside of the egg through osmosis. And so it was trying to balance itself back out. Because as we said with osmosis, water likes to be equal on either side of a membrane, right? Yeah. So, Tristan, was this a really cool thing to do? Yeah. Alrighty. Now, do you want to play bouncy egg?
Bouncy egg.
Alright, bounce it. Doing, doing. Not that one. That one's all slimy. That one can bounce just a little bit. Doing, doing. I love it.
I love this boing.
I know, right? It's really cool, right?
Boing,
So.
boing, boing.
Alright, so Tristan, should we say goodnight to everybody?
Bye. Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks again for joining us.
Bye.
Again, if you're liking these videos, remember to subscribe below so you get those first opportunities to see the new videos. And also head over to Patreon. By heading over there, you're gonna get exclusive content that you're not gonna get anywhere else. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you again next week, and get ready for more adventures in science. Bye guys.
Woo.
Can you say bye?
Bye.